Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Yetunde. I run a fashion school and a ready-to-wear made-to-measure brand in Lagos, Nigeria. So we are talking about how to make a princess blouse from a pieces blouse from a princess seam pattern. So the first thing is you have our princess seam pattern, and we have splitted it. This is half length. Yeah, it has the shoulder that we have covered, and so I'm just turning this half length into the full length, into a blouse length. So my blouse length is a 23, but for the sake of this, because it's going to be a paneled blouse, I'm going to make my blouse a 24. So I've pinned the center piece to this place, and I'm going to pin the side piece later on. Okay, so for the center piece, all I need to do is I'll just extend it, and so now the extension is dependent on what you want, how you want your pieces blouse to be full. For me, I would say let's do a 4 inches. Now 4 inches, so you mark your 4 inches. You can do minimum of 3 inches, and you can do more than 4, but minimum of 3 so that it panels out well. So I've pinned my bodies on the paper, and this is the full, let's assume it's a full blouse length pieces princess seam that we have splitted. Like I said, this is half length, but let's argue that is the full. That's why I drew my full length. Yeah, so and then we'll just link it up. So from here, from my half length, from your half length, you're just going to be linking the half length to the new line. Okay, so after this, then what I will do again is that I will mark another 4 inches for the side, another 4 inches for the side. So it is from that 4 inch that I will place the side piece. Okay, so I want to place it exactly on this point, so I'm just dotting my half length points so that I continue on that line. Yeah, so it is from the 4 inches that I will take this one, the one at the side. Okay, so 4 inches of it, and I'm going to pin this now to the 4 inches. So I'm just going to pin. So but it's better to use a full length blouse so that you don't have the problem of doing all this. Okay, so then we'll just draw the new 4 inches to the half length. Even if it's a full length blouse, you just draw it to the half length. Okay, so this one is for this side. Then at the side, it might not be as full as the middle, but we could just, let me first draw this to the end. And this one is going to be to the hip line, so I'm just going to do another 4 inches. But if you are using a full blouse, this might not be up to 4 inches, because there's going to be the hip, so the blouse would have already paneled out like this if it's a blouse, because it will have hip line. But you can just have maybe like 2 inches to the side. Okay, so, or if you're using the half length, you can just follow my method. Okay, so the only thing we'll do now is to cut out. Okay, so we cut out to the 4 inches, and I bring it up at this waistline. You can just curve it a little. Okay, let's see what I'm doing. So I'm just cutting out basically right now. Okay, so I don't know, whatever neckline you want, the basic thing is just turning your princess seam into a pieces blouse. Okay, so you have the pieces blouse. I'm also going to cut the sides so that you see the back. For the back, bodies, you will just do the same thing. Now the same thing that you are doing for the back bodies is that you add to the center back, that's the at the zipper line, and you add to the sides. So you know the back bodies is, if it has a princess seam, you can add to the middle and the sides and the zipper line, or you can leave the zipper line and just add to the, so if at the back, let me be clear, if you use a princess seam at the back, put in between this princess seam like this and put at the sides, don't put at this at the zipper line. But if you don't want the princess seam at the back, you're just going to be putting it, okay, so I will explain again. So this is the outcome that we will have. So by the time you sew your dresses and you sew this together, you're going to get your, you know, your flare blouse. So everything like that. Now if you want to pad your blouse, you can just if you want to do your padding, you can just pad it like a radius, your bust radius, you know, because you cannot pad your blouse fully. So if you're padding this, you can just, whatever your, my bust radius is 3, sometimes I use 3.5, so you just cut your wording at that 3.5 all the way from top to bottom, and then you pad it. So you just be cutting the part like this, the side and the center too, you know, 3.5, that's half inch away from the center bodies, or you can just pad it in full. I'll explain that. So 3.5 all the way and another 3.5 down. So you just cut your padding like this and fix into your dress. If you want to pad it to the middle, you can just, you know, pad it like a sweetheart, and or you can do like a full padding to the, or you can still just come and curve it back so that it gives that just the bust area the paddedness. But you can only just do this, so you just pad that. So if you're putting it at the back, you just do the same thing. Put your princess seam, you add the allowance to the princess seam and to the sides. But if you don't want a princess seam, if you cut the back like a basic back, you can put your 4 inches, you know, there's zip allowance of 1 inch at the back. From that 1 inch, panel for 4 inches at the side to panel your 4 inches. So the 4 inches we put in this middle, you are bringing it to the back bodies. So the 2 backs will have those 4, and the side also have those 4. So instead of the openness being in the princess line, for the back it might be in the zipper line, or you can also cut your back like princess seam. So I think that's how you can just turn your princess blouse into a pieces blouse. Then you cut this on your fabric, you cut your lining, and if you want your padding, you cut your padding. Like I said, you also put your paper stain to give it, you know, good. So you have to like cut the lining exactly like the fabric too, differently, so that you can now join the back. You can't cut a simple lining to this panel. The lining also has to be cut exactly like this, and then you can sew back. So with this, you have your princess seam. Thank you for always coming to our channel. Like I said, let me give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, we come with something new every week, and let us read from you. Thank you, take care of yourself.